Hi everyone, my name is Ian and I am doing this video, and I thought I would do it because this morning I've been watching a few videos and some have been like spot on, well done, to security guards, police officers. Some have been like, oh, no, no, no. So let's get into this. What does a security officer do? Why do they do it? And what does it mean? Okay, well, first of all, the first responsibility of any security officer is to themselves. Believe it or not, we want to go home safely. So we're going to practice being safe with ourselves, all right? And the simple fact of that is to remember why we are there and doing the job. And believe me, it's a thankless task. And I'm sure some of you have actually seen some of the videos on there, and I wanted to kind of turn around to perhaps some of these people who are trying to bait security officers, perhaps bait police officers, and cause a scene. So the first thing, and believe me, I have been in that position, and I'll explain that later. The first thing a really good security officer should remember is that there will be someone out there with a video camera like I'm using now, who are out there to go, ooh, look at what he's doing. And they feel somehow that they are the moral voice. All right? And oh my God, I'll tell you, they're actually more trouble than some of the known troublemakers, believe me. So, what we've all got to remember is that you have good security officers and you have not so good security officers. Those not so good don't really last in the industry that long. We're infallible. We know some of the law. We know some of the things we're supposed to do, but we don't know everything. Which brings me to the golden rule of security is keep that shut if you don't know what you're talking about. And unfortunately, some security guards, to make themselves look big, important, and official, will start talking. And some of the videos on here have been like, shut up before you hurt yourself. And some of them look quite experienced security officers. And I'm like, shut up. So, a security officer, first and foremost, is an observer. The most powerful pieces of equipment that we have is number one, video camera that we'll usually have up on here. And to quote Hot Fuzz with Simon Pegg in it, pen and notebook. Believe me, people hate it when you start writing down what they are saying. And I've done it. There's been a couple of times I've done it. Believe me, you guys out there hate that. You really, really hate that. Even though you call it, I will take out I'm being recorded and I'll start writing. And like, what are you writing? I'm like, just writing down what's happening. Descriptions of you, descriptions where I am, what's happening, making a note of what's happening. Right. So, they hate it. We're there to make sure that whatever we are looking at and whatever we are seeing is recorded, making sure that the people in there are safe. Now, I'm going to start addressing this. I'm just getting rid of something there. I'm just going to address this situation of where most of the time you've seen someone recording a place and you're recording something. I don't know whether it be, I think a couple of times I've seen someone recording prisons, or they've been recording a place of work or anything. And you know what? They're on private property and they're doing things privately. Now I'm going to call them out a little on here. Because first of all, while they're on private property, they've got every right to. However, what you've got to remember is whilst the security officer doesn't have any authority, they have got to make sure that their place is secure. And there's a lot of times where people have used videos, mobile phones, to case out a place, especially outside of prison, to find weaknesses in the prison area, to find out rotation of guards, everything else. We have to be aware of that. So what should a security officer do in that situation? Well, first of all, certainly go out and talk to them, ask them how they're doing. All right? First of all, anyway, how are you doing? Good day. Engage them a little bit in conversation if they ask why you're doing here, and just say, hey, we're just coming out making sure things are okay. In the back of your mind, first of all, you should have your camera on. Okay? Minimal engagement. Get the information that you need, how somebody looks, where they are, car details, and then the most important thing, once you've done that, walk back. Leave it. For the simple reason is that's all you can actually do. Now, some security guards kind of think, well, I'm a security guard, I've got to do this, this, and this, and this, and this, and they think they've got some sort of power to move them on. And in reality, they haven't. If something happens, they need to basically make sure that it's logged, recorded, passed on to what we call their control room, to the superiors, and if anything happens, passed on to law enforcement. That's all that needs to be done. Believe it or not, that is it. That is it. I have been in that position. I've gone out, told them, hey, how are you doing? What's happening? And they're always standing here recording. Okay, cool. And then no problem. And then I've left it. Well, aren't you going to talk to us? Are you going to move us on? Whatever. I'm like, you're out on public property. So I've got the camera here. If anything happens, then I've got what you look like. I've got the registration of the car. I'm not going to do anything else. Leave you to it. What I will say, if there is a point where it is private land, I'll just say, look, just remember, this bit is private land, that's the public area. Been a couple of times where they tried to draw me in, and I know they were trying to get me to go on YouTube. I've been looking for it, it's not on there. It only seems that they want to get the bad security officers, don't want to get the good security. They don't want to get the good security officers, because there's a good security officer go, right, yeah, no problem, cool, got your stuff, I know who you are, got where you are, got your car details, away you go. Go on with your patrol, go home, be safe. What more can I say? For those people who do deliberately go out and they go to bait security officers, I find that a little disgusting, because look, we're under pressure from the people who are hired out to. We're under pressure every day to perform all the checks. We're there to make sure nobody intrudes or trespasses. Then we're going to deal with the police officers who come round, and sometimes some of these there's some really good ones, but sometimes you can clearly see that they don't want to be there because of paperwork. You get good police officers, you get bad police officers, good security officers, bad security officers. It's as simple as that. You also get these people who go out with the cameras, waving around, taking, videos and stuff. You see it with teenagers, you see it with supposedly grown-ups. They're out there to bait us. And it's as simple as that. They want to see if they can bait it, say, oh, look what they're doing. They don't know the law. They don't know this, they don't know that. Let me tell you something, you put them into the position that we're working in, and suddenly you will see a completely different story. So to those people going out doing the filming and baiting, I was in one position, and I have seen these people where there are, shall we say, certain groups of people who are in hotels and being looked after, and security is there. And I've been in that situation further up country. away from where I'm living at the moment. And I've had the people come along videoing the people inside. You may have your opinions on things, but like I said to these people who are doing that, look, you got your political opinion, everybody should do. I'm just here to remind you that that is the public side. This is private property, and the owners of the hotel, the hotel, the place where they're staying, whatever it is, whilst they are here, they have every right to their dignity. So I will just ask for you to remember that, to keep yourselves in a reasonable attitude and not to cause any undue distress to the people that are residents here for the moment. And then they tried to draw me in. I said, no, that's all I need to say to you. Just remember that, and not a problem. And even if there was a problem, all I would have to do is keep them off site, and if they became more contentious, call the police. Okay, now funnily enough, my responses aren't up on YouTube. However, this response is going up on YouTube. So the reason why I'm doing this is every time you see this, remember, for every bad video there is a lot more good work being done by security officers, door people, door supervisors. There's a lot more work, and a lot more goes on behind the scenes that the general public and these people who are recording don't know about. Just to finish, working on the doors, and here's a thought for you. I had the opportunity to work on the doors, and I had a lot of people saying, you're so nice, you're so, we don't, why aren't you being grumpy? We don't feel like we should be afraid of you. We don't, all these sort of things. And my attitude is, why shouldn't I be nice? And so I said, look, when we're on the doors, you're coming out for a good time. You want to have a good time with your friends and everything. Who am I to stop you doing that? Yeah, I'm working. I'm getting paid for it. I'm at the front of the house. I'm the first person you're going to see. I don't want to put you in a bad mood. When you get in there, you have a bit too much drink, your bad mood gets worse. I don't want to be the result of that. However, what I keep on reminding people is that if something needs to be sorted, then we sort the situation. It's as simple as that. So, a message to all those people going out with their phones and recording security officers and everything else. A lot of us know what you're doing. And to be honest with you, it's getting a little wearing, because a lot of us are going to start coming on YouTube and calling you out and saying, hey, you know what? You're kind of making yourselves look like fools. Carry on if you want. It's not a problem by me. But remember, somebody will stand up and say, hey, here's the deal. So to my fellow security officers who are watching this, just remember, you know it. I don't need to tell you your jobs. Remember what you are supposed to be doing, and keep on doing that. All right, so that's my video in response to that. I hope this gets a few shares. I hope this gets a few watches. You never know. So have a great time, guys, and I'll catch you all later.